One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the first crack at it here. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns, with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the big fella. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to what's coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the 1st down, get it out of my hand, get the 1st down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy caliber, and just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class and this next cycle.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Breaks into the open. And after After gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Wingo. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Leaves it with the back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit, and if they missed, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football, but boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Gives it to the back on the draw.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's a heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Wildcats! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snags it down the right side. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning since, I don't know, Tim Tebow? People are expecting so much out of this young quarterback. If he hits the ceiling, David, this is going to be a really tough team to beat.
And he showed you flashes a year ago when he filled in for Quinn Ewers, and I think those flashes were so great. And then Texas, man, this is a program that's on the rise. The last couple years, making it to the Final Four in the sport, they're ready to take that next step.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Manning. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And that last incompletion leaves his offense facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. That is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like,
and the rush will get to him at the 25.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Grabbed over the middle. It's long. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Finds his tight end. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch, and you can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He'll set up to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Gets the back moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
To throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Longhorns will go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Makes his man miss. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So going for it on 4th down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback on the perimeter or give him a run-pass option. But not this offense. They believe in their guys up front to get down in a three-point stance and drive off the ball. And it works out.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll return it from the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. To the air, it's Manning. Makes the catch, it's Wingo. Hard-hitting tackle.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end.
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Coming out with it, it's Gilmore. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. If the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Number 48, on to punt it away.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Takes the easy completion. Turning it on.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards.
Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll leave it with him. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, they give up the run. They get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. He He finds a dead spot in the middle.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Nestles it in at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Grab behind the line. It's ball. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gain.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give out of the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out out of the gun. The inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete on third down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play. Ball right in his hand.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he makes the extra point.
Kentucky, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They kick it away on 4th down. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got him. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
Powers through. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
1st and 10.
On the run, it's Gibson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the air, it's Manning. Blasted as he lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford. There he goes! Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pick up there. With the 1st the play fake. Now to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's long. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On target over the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Wildcats come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. DBs right up on the receivers. They'll toss it to the left. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodriguez. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Texas offense will take over.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws, to put their offense in position to win this game late.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Punt is on its way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. He's got it down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Kentucky.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. It's good, and that's your ball game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.